All right, so what we've got here is 2013 and newer Brembo calipers in replacement of the stock ones. Now, a lot of people have wondered what the difference is, if it can be done. Obviously, it can be done. It's not a problem. You don't have to have ABS. Here's some of the quick little tips that I had trouble with. One is the old calipers had a recess on this side, basically for this aluminum piece that would sit in there and sit right in this section of the caliper for alignment. I had to remove that partly because when it happened and I checked it, the brake pads were actually about a 1/4 inch further back than the original ones are. So remove those, and granted I've got this loose for show purposes. The other part with the Brembo is they don't have that recess on them, so you don't really need it. Looks like there was plenty of room. I don't need, as far as I can tell, do not need to cut the bolt for the calipers. If you are a little iffy, you might cut off a little bit just to make sure it doesn't over thread and crack this section of the forks. But the one thing I did like is I went to stainless braided lines. I've also got the Brembo RCS 19 master cylinder, but when I did it, the lines were moved in a different spot compared to the original master cylinder. Because of that, down here, I actually had to have this line backwards on the old calipers, and it kind of twisted. The line was pretty tight. The nice thing with these new calipers, and you can probably see the difference, is the brake line is 2-3 inches higher. So that gave me a lot more clearance. I don't have to tangle this line as much anymore. And other than that, I just had to pull those aluminum things out, bolt it up, and it's good. A lot better stopping power, supposedly. I guess we'll find out once I get it running. But so everybody out there, you can do this mod pretty well. I did search around for these calipers. The cheapest I found shipped was about $480 for the pair. Then you got to get new pads at about $80–90. I just ended up going with the EBC HH pads rather than the Brembo stock pads, which are twice as much. And I don't think you're going to get too much more out of them. Anyway, let me know if you got any questions.